Today, we're going to talk about cosmic habit force and universal law and how to use that to your advantage. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kathy Owen. I have been a certified fitness trainer and certified life coach since 2002. On this channel, we talk about fitness, creating healthy habits, a growth mindset, and even some reality transurfing. And today we are talking about cosmic habit force and how it can help you on your path to a growth mindset, healthy habits, and even reality transurfing. Let's get into the episode. Cosmic habit force or universal law is a concept that suggests that all things in the universe are governed by laws that are immutable and unchangeable. This means that every action has a corresponding reaction, and that we can harness the power of these laws to achieve our goals and create the life we desire. To harness the power of these universal laws, we need to develop the virtue of cosmic habit force. This means that we need to develop positive habits that align with these universal laws and that we need to eliminate negative habits that work against them. Now, if you have a negative habit, don't shame yourself. It's not your fault. Our brains actually do not know the difference between a positive habit and a negative habit. Let's discuss. Cosmic habit force is a concept that was first introduced by Napoleon Hill in his book, Think and Grow Rich. According to Hill, cosmic habit force is the force that shapes our habits and determines our destiny. In essence, it is the power of our habits that can either lead us to success or failure in life. Habits are actually a fascinating thing for me as a personal trainer, for if I can help a client create a habit, I've done 99% of my job as a trainer. Habits are powerful, but they are delicate. In his book, The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg says, "We perform studies from the past decade examining the impacts of exercise on daily routines. When people start habitually exercising, even as infrequently as once a week, they start changing other unrelated patterns in their lives, often unknowingly." Can you imagine what your life would look like if you started changing your habits? Going the extra mile would become easy and personal initiative would become second nature. To me, these are principles of success. I created a hot habit checklist, and I also did an episode on The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and I will have links to those in the show notes and description below. So this week we're talking about cosmic habit force as a virtue, and we're in the middle of our 12-week virtue building program, and this week our virtue is cosmic habit force. I got this virtue from the book, The Power of a Positive Mental Attitude by Napoleon Hill. And Hill taught us that cosmic habit force is a virtue that can be developed by anyone. It is the ability to take control of our habits and use them to achieve our goals. When we develop good habits and practice them consistently, they become part of our subconscious mind, and we are able to perform them effortlessly. I think this is a key principle to the law of cosmic habit force, and I often wonder why the self-help genre is not talking about habits more often. The concept of cosmic habit force is based on the idea that everything in the universe is energy, and that energy is constantly moving and changing. Our thoughts, beliefs, and actions are also energy, and they have the power to influence the energy around us. By developing good habits, we can harness this energy and use it to create the life we desire. I've talked about this often in the previous posts, and oftentimes we can get so caught up in our minds that we miss the simple nature of habit. The concept of the influence of cosmic habit force emphasizes the idea that our habits are not just a result of our individual willpower or efforts, but rather they are part of a larger cosmic order that shapes our lives. It encourages us to recognize the power of our habits and to work with this force to create positive change in our lives. To me, this is living a prosperous life and a definite purpose that we need to pay attention to. Self-discipline. One of the key components of Cosmic Habit Force is self-discipline. In order to develop good habits, we must have the discipline to practice them consistently. This requires us to make a conscious effort to change our behavior and be consistent in our actions. It may not be easy at first, but over time, our habits will become second nature, and we will become able to perform them without even thinking about it. I did an episode on self-discipline as a virtue, and in fact, I have a 12-week program on building virtues, and I invite you to download that. You can find that at kathyowen.com/virtues. Another important aspect of Cosmic Habit Force is visualization. By visualizing our goals and desires, we can tap into the power of our subconscious mind and use it to create the reality we desire. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help us to focus our energy and stay motivated as we work towards our goals. A great habit is to get into the habit of creative vision. Wake up in the morning and visualize your goals and visions. Watch the entire universe work in your favor for life-changing success when you do this. So when I wake up in the morning, I have an alarm that goes off on my phone, and I actually check out my definite chief aim every morning, and I look at it and I visualize it coming to fruition. This makes it happen so much quicker, and this is also a great habit to get into. Now, action is also an important element of Cosmic Habit Force. To develop Cosmic Habit Force, we must also be willing to take action. It is not enough to simply have good intentions. We must take action to make our dreams become a reality. This requires us to be proactive and take responsibility for our own lives. I talk about responsibility all the time. Radical responsibility is a great way to live. And I did an episode recently on responsibility, and I'll have a link to that in the show notes and the description below. I always say action is the killer of procrastination. Take action towards your goals every single day. Put that visualization to work and watch the success principles of Cosmic Habit Force go to work for you. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that single step is action. Anyone can do this. Cosmic Habit Force is a virtue that can be developed by anyone. It is the power of our habits that can either lead us to success or failure. And remember, I said at the beginning of this episode that our brains don't know the difference between a good or a bad habit. So it's likely a good idea to start instilling what you consider to be a good habit in place of bad habits. By developing good habits and practicing self-discipline, visualizing our goals, and taking action, we can harness the power of Cosmic Habit Force and create the life we desire. Here are 12 tips for taking control of your habits. Number 1, set clear goals. Remember how I said I visualize my definite chief aim every morning? Well, that is part of me setting a clear goal. Identify exactly what you want to achieve and break down your goals into small, actionable steps. This is called definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose is a concept that emphasizes the importance of having a clear, specific goal or objective in mind and working towards it with focused effort and determination. It is a key factor in achieving success in life, and it is essential for anyone who wants to make a positive impact in their world. Number 2, create a plan. Develop a plan that cultivates how you will achieve your goals and what steps you need to take to get there. One of the fundamental rules of success has to do with planning. Fail to plan, and you can plan to fail. Number 3, start small. See, here's the good news. You just need to focus on developing one new habit at a time and build on it gradually. And it is one of the success habits you can put into place now. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And I find peace in that quote. Number 4, track your progress. Keep track of your progress and celebrate small victories along the way. Keep a positive mental attitude and watch your progress move in a new way. Number 5, find accountability. Enlist the support of a friend or family member who can help keep you accountable and motivated. Number 6, use positive self-talk. And I talk about positive self-talk all the time. You use it to encourage yourself and stay motivated. Number 7, visualize yourself achieving your goals and imagine how it will feel once you get there. I try to do this 2 to 3 times a day, every day. And they say the feeling is the secret. Feel that success. It is just right around the corner. Number 8, practice self-discipline. Be disciplined and consistent in your efforts to develop new habits. So oftentimes I hear people say that they're not motivated, but motivation comes from the inside. When you feel not motivated, ask yourself, where is my discipline in this little factor here? Where is my discipline and how can I start incorporating it one step at a time? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. Number 9, create triggers. Use triggers such as reminders or cues to help you remember to practice your new habit. A simple trigger of laying out your clothes for the workout tomorrow can be just what you need to keep you from missing that workout for the day. Talk about habit strength. I like that. Number 10, replace bad habits. Identify any bad habits because remember, our brains don't know the difference between a good or a bad habit. And identify the ones that are holding you back and replace them with new positive habits. What are your aspirations? Try replacing bad habits with tiny habits that actually help you work towards your major purpose. Number 11, be patient. Habits take time to develop, so be patient and persistent in your efforts. Patience provides us with the kind of wisdom that helps us live successful lives. And number 12, focus on the long term. Remember that developing habits is a lifelong process and focus on making sustainable changes that will benefit you for the rest of your life. So I like the book Atomic Habits, and especially when I'm talking about habits, I refer to the book Atomic Habits or The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. I will have a link to those in the show notes and description below. But Atomic Habits was written by James Clear, and it actually does not directly reference cosmic habit force as a concept. However, the book does emphasize the importance of creating small, consistent habits that build over time to create significant changes in our lives. So I have a friend of mine who recently told me that she doesn't like to read. And she's got all of these emails and things just built up in a list. Imagine that weight that's on her back, thinking, oh, I've got to read all this stuff and go back and look through it. That is a bad habit, actually. And when I started learning about habit stacking, I started to read a few pages of a book instead of doing that bad habit. So I identified my habit, my bad habit, and I stacked it with a good habit. And a good habit is reading or at least listening to a book that's going to help you somehow in some way. And that will start building and trickling over into your life. So James Clear's approach to habit formation is grounded in the idea that small changes can have a big impact. And he provides a practical framework for creating and maintaining new habits. He emphasizes the importance of identifying the small actions that can lead to significant progress and provide strategies for making these actions a consistent part of our daily routines. While Atomic Habits may not use the word cosmic habit force, it does align with the concept in the sense that it emphasizes the power of habits to shape our lives and the importance of consistently working towards our goals through small, consistent actions. Both concepts are based on the idea that our habits can either hold us back or propel us forward. and that by taking control of our habits, we can shape our destiny and create the life we desire. Cosmic habit force is a concept introduced by Napoleon Hill in his book and Think and Grow Rich. It is the idea that our habits are not just learned behaviors, but rather they are influenced by higher power or cosmic force that shapes our actions and determines our destiny. I like to think of the universal laws, like the law of attraction, the law of divine oneness, the law of vibration, the law of correspondence, the law of inspired action, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, and the law of cosmic effect are just a few of the universal laws. If you would like me to discuss the universal laws, please leave a comment in the comments below, and I'll be happy to start discussing those as well because they are pretty powerful. So according to Napoleon Hill, cosmic habit force is a natural law of the universe that governs our habits and can be harnessed to achieve our goals. It is one of the virtues that can help you in every facet of life. Hill taught us that by understanding and harnessing cosmic habit force, we can take control of our habits and use them to create the life we desire. He saw habits as powerful forces that can either lead us to success or failure in life and emphasize the importance of developing good habits and practicing them consistently. The concept of cosmic habit force is based on the idea that everything in the universe is energy and that energy is constantly moving and changing. Our thoughts, beliefs, and actions are also energy, and they have power to influence the energy around us. By developing good habits, we can tap into this cosmic energy and use it to create positive change in our lives. Overall, cosmic habit force is a concept that emphasizes the power of our habits to shape our lives and encourages us to take control of our habits in order to achieve our goals and fulfill our potential. All right, well, that's my episode for today. I trust that you found this helpful. If you know someone who can benefit from this, please share it with them. And until next time, I will see you next time. Peace out and namaste.